I don't know why we have taken 22 years. My friend Rio has been the leader of the House for almost 22 years. If he cannot do it in 22 years, how many more years does he require to do it? So it's time for him to take a decisive action. If he cannot convince Muiva, he has to be honest to Union Home Minister. If he can convince and do it, well and good. But when the government of India says convince Muiva and come, that means they believe Muiva and they are hand in glove and close. And they expect that Muiva, many people will be able to convince him. So he has been assigned, he has been entrusted. He may take his own, he cannot take, he may not be able to take a decision alone. But the 60 MLS are responsible because the delegate which met the chief minister, which met the Union Home Minister, represented the state cabinet and the opposition-less government. So it is the responsibility of the 60 MLAs. They have assured to pave the way. And also they have promised early solution. Now, when the talks are no more, when the talks have concluded, why the State Assembly should find no way?
As you say right now regarding the solution might already being given, but it is the responsibility of 60 MLAs to pave the way. I would like to inform you that today itself, which is today's date 17, and if I'm not wrong, then interlocutor Government of India, A.K. Mishra, is already here, and again they held a meeting at the Rhododendron complex in Police complex. They had a meeting where different Naga political groups attended. They had a meeting with the A.K. Mishra. They discussed on early Naga solution, where we also got a few statements of like they are following, and they said like it is a legacy in history of the past that they are not going to leave it and they are going to move ahead with it, which means they want early solution. But you mentioned right now that though the government has given, already say that the solution is given, you come under one banner. Earlier it was requested by the Government of India to all the cadres and the groups to come under one banner so that solution can be given, right? So what about the constitution and the flag that being demanded?
No, I think that is no more an issue because Government of India has already said that it is not negotiable. Therefore, they said talk have concluded. That means there is no more additional principles in the agreement. Therefore, whatever they have agreed, they know better. That should be implemented. Why should the public continue to suffer? After having agreed that 2015, and also after having concluded the talk in 31st September, today it is another 8 years without implementation. And since it is very clear from the Government of India, there is no more talk. An interlocutor also was not appointed because of they have nothing more to talk. If we don't want to implement, then those who don't want to implement implement the agreement, the only way is, I'm repeating, they have to rescind from the agreement and abrogate the ceasefire, and whatever they want to do, they let them do. But the public want peace, settlement, and growth. We want one government, one tax. That has been sounded for a very long time. So, so also, the agreement will be only one. The law is only one. Only one state is there. So all the multi-factions, they have to come to that term, whether they have multiple factions or not. I think they have to sign in one paper only.
Okay.
So
Even though-
doesn't matter.
Even though, like, do you think that they will agree with the abrogation of, the ceasefire? And what will happen after then? And who should hold the responsibility? As you said, it is the responsibility of the 60 MLAs that has been weighing hard. So what do you have to say on that?
You see, the government of India and the state, we are running government under one constitution. And therefore, that has to be enforced. Whether we like or we don't like, if people don't like to come to term, the law has to be enforced. So there, the state government should cooperate and support. The government of India, state government should fully give their support to government of India in the enforcement of the constitution. And I think everybody has to follow that. There's no way out. You cannot live outside the constitution.
Sir, yes, we have been talking about these things, but as earlier also I have asked you this question. But when it comes to the early Naga solution or agreed position or agreed solution, it's been, we can say, more than 30 years we have been discussing. The talks have been going on with the government of India on a regular basis. Every year we see like cadres or groups going to the Delhi, meeting with the Home Minister, discussing, saying, when you said like it's already been given, MHA has already said like solution is given, but because of non-unity between those factions or the cadres, it cannot be, it is not into existence right now. So what is the main point and what is the main thing that is happening between the Naga solution, and the real story on ground?
I was shocked to even learn from the high ranks of government of India. They are asking about flag and constitution. What should we do with the flag and constitution? Why should they ask us? If they can give us. But since they have said it is not negotiable, so the matter ends there. And if we don't want to agree with that, then we have to abrogate the ceasefire and fight. Otherwise, why should they sign ceasefire after they have that has been rejected? There's no point. Sign ceasefire and then extort the people. If that is the mission, it is wrong. And we have suffered for more than 10 years on this account. So, to me, the state government should cooperate with the central government in implementing and enforce the law. Whether if anybody doesn't like to accept, we can't help. The citizens cannot help, the subjects cannot help.
I think it is when it comes to the Naga solution, there are also a lot of sentiments with very own Naga people. And do you think like right now at this stage of the moment in our state, Nagas really want it to happen? If it is, or are they really going with the flow of cadres and Naga political groups? They've been suffering. It is not only about Naga solution and Naga movement, it means about the freedom for the Nagas. And do you have that really freedom between whatever is happening?
You see, Nagaland, Article 371A is a self-content for the people of Nagaland. Whatever we really fought for are within that provision. And I think beside that, people were talking about sovereignty and integration. But these two questions are now over. Therefore, the 371A provision should be allowed to fully implemented state government should be allowed to exercise on the article independently. Then I think the matter is over. I don't know whatever additionals or nitty-gritties or the discussion between the negotiating teams in the framework agreement and also agreed points. I have read both the agreements. As far as the framework agreement is concerned, they have agreed in principle, appreciated each other, that's all. As for the agreed points, there are some inner contents regarding delimitation of Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, Assembly and Upper House, then economic package, resettlement and so on, and some of the important offices to be established. So also some clarification on Article 371 and so on. And they are okay. There's nothing. But finally, we can sit down and then Government of India and the people, the state, we can come together and then settle it amicably.
About the Team Viva, with the Government of India said to be go and convince, sent a lot of the time, their representatives to come down and to convince Team Viva. Why is it not happening actually? What is the main problem that you feel might be between Government of India and those groups to convince Team Viva regarding these things?
I don't know why Government of India is hanging on that. Moiva is a person. He's a leader. We have respected him. But he also has to take a decision. He cannot be vague. He has to give a solution to the people. He cannot continue till he leaves this world. If he wants to continue stand like this, then he will have no legacy. He will leave no legacy. And Government of India should not, because of one person, give us trouble. The mandate is for solution. The mandate is for implementation of solution. This is where Rio is standing as the chief minister. And the oppositionless government is to demonstrate that they are for solution. So Government of India should be able to recognize the wishes, the aspiration, the desire of people and fulfill it. A very long time. Now 31 years ago, I think more than 31 years ago, 1991, Rajiv Gandhi has offered talk without precondition. And 97 we signed NLTV and they signed a ceasefire agreement. So over 28 years they have been negotiating in over 100 meetings. Do you think in over 100 meetings they cannot bring any solution? Then what type of negotiators are they?
So does it mean like the K3 is saying like the government has already given the mandate, the solution, but the laws where it relates to regarding the actions, they are not agreeing with for some reasons? Or is it, what is it that I want to and the public should know?
There is no more point. After the framework agreement, we understand Moiva, NSNIM have demanded flag and constitution. But that has been rejected because it is not included in the framework agreement. The interpretation given by the Parliamentary Standing Committee of Home Affairs on the framework agreement, if you look at the 213 report of Parliamentary Standing Committee report of Home Affairs, then it says settlement will be within Union of India. Interstate boundaries shall not be changed. And they recommended generous economic package. These are the 3 points. So, beside that principle of agreement, I don't think Government of India will be able to now concede anything more because the way they have removed the Article 370 of Jammu and Kashmir, and constitution. They cannot treat another precedents. We understand their complications. And they have clearly mentioned, even in the media, that flag and constitution are not negotiable.
They have clearly stated that.
They have clarified. Why should we continue to bang on that when we cannot proceed? So, my only point is the State Assembly should, in a resolution, express support and cooperation to Government of India in the implementation of agreements.
This is the thing I wanted to ask you, but you have already stated the Government of Nagaland should support the central government regarding the implementation of whatever we have discussed right now. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope that people understand what did you try to mean and what did you try to explain to them, because a lot of time there comes with a confusion among them. Bishibar confusion nahi jai, but real ki second ka ki was if we observe with the thing, it has been how many years it has been, we have been waiting for the same thing, but it is not happening. Only meetings and the discussions are being held, but no solution has been given, which we find to see and we hear about it. So we'll end it here on Agidi Bikinga Kiase and go Koborhan time to time Tapni Hange Aman Antaibu.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.